Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I would do two different things on this video. At the end of the video, I will show you an update on my current Creole creation that I've been working on. But this part here is a little different here. I've got sent three creations by author Rakoona. And these are all vanilla creations, and they're all part of like a faction or a set. And they're all combat-oriented creations, one being a SV, one being an HV, and one being a CV. Now, these are not on the workshop, and I'll leave a link in the video description. So if you want to get these creations, you can go over to Rakoona's YouTube channel and do what is needed to get these. And they look like they are very, very cool creations. It's like a lot of time and effort were put into building these. So let's start here with the SV, and this is called the Stormbreaker, and quite a potent SV over here. Really cool looking design. I do like these kind of bioluminescent look to them, where they have a very dark hull material or main color scheme, but then a lot of texture lights to kind of accent that, and texturing as well to kind of accent that, to give it kind of a really neat look. So yeah, wow, love the shape on this one too. This front, these arms or whatever you would call those, that is really cool. Also really kind of dig how the reverse thrusters are done here. We've got this larger one kind of recessed in there, but it's all rounded off around it, and then it also has like a layer of, these are probably those heavier grates right over the front of that to help protect that thruster. And then on weaponry on this one, wow. So it looks like, what do we got? 8 rocket launchers, correction, 12 rocket launchers. We got some out front there. So 12, yeah, fixed rocket launchers. Looks like 2 minigun turrets. Yeah, 4 laser launchers or laser cannons, and we also got rail guns on here too, so 4 of those as well, plus 4 miniguns. A couple spotlights in the mix over here, and it looks like we got a little bit of room to add in some extra launchers over on the bottom side there too. Yeah, it's really cool. So it does appear that, okay, so we got a armored cockpit up on the top here. Now this design, I believe, would work quite well too, because if you're facing your target, and obviously with all the launchers, you're definitely going to be wanting to face your target when you're shooting at it, that these hopefully would attract AI fire, say if your shield is down. I don't know actually on the specs on this yet. I'm assuming it has a shield because, well, it's combat oriented. So that is really cool. So I'm a little curious here what's going on with this back section here. Oh, look at that. Oh, so this is kind of like a airtight back room over here to get into some utility function in the ship. Oh, that's cool. So it looks like inside of here we got a couple armor lockers, a couple controllers, couple fridges. Then we've got some cargo boxes off to the side over here. Looks like a little bit of room to add in some more stuff if you wanted to pop something else in there as well. Well, that's cool. That's a neat layout there. I like how that's done, giving you that place to go and work on things a little bit there. Yeah, this looks like it would be a pretty effective SV combat oriented CV here. Let's take a look at some specs on here a second. So start with this unlock level 20. I figured that being a combat role with those weapons is going to push you to unlock level 20, of course. 124 forward, 17 strafing, 40 lift, 130 reverse, 22 down. Got 6 fuel tanks, 12 oxygen tanks, and quite a barrage of weapons. Let's see if I got the weapon counts right. So we got the 2 minigun turrets, pulse lasers. I called these laser cannons, I think. So pulse lasers, again, used to take down shields mainly. 8 rocket launchers. Oh, 4 of them are homing rocket launchers. Okay, so we got fixed rocket launchers and homing rocket launchers, 4 railguns, detector, And then, of course, your 4 Gatling guns. 3 hours and 30-minute build time, which honestly is not too bad for the amount of firepower on this creation. Now, its hull material, I do believe, is here. Let me get the HUD on. Hardened steel. Looks like we're pretty solid hardened steel all the way across the board here. Yep, and then this is going to be an armored cockpit, of course. Yeah, wow. So, yeah, also made out of the best material you can use on an SV in the vanilla game. I believe you can use combat steel in Reforged Eden, but in vanilla, only hardened steel is your best hull material for an SV. Just kind of checking out the insides here, kind of flying through here a little bit. Yeah, you can definitely see the hardened steel blocks. Looks like we also have some RCS units in here as well. And yeah, so everything looks like it has a lot of part separation and things on the interior too. Again, being a combat-oriented SV SV is trying to keep everything. You don't want a huge amount of explodey stuff, especially on the front. And this, I would say, would be your primary area where the AI would first shoot at this creation and take out these. Try to shoot at this stuff over here. I'll look at the numbers one more time here. Let's get to the main here. So we do have a SV heavy shield, I believe, 4,000 shield hit points. Yep, that's currently off. Let's take a look at your storage as well. So we've got the 4 cargo boxes. We've got 2 ammo controllers. Let's see if they're matched. Yeah, both 8250 on their storage, and then you've got 2 fridges and a pentaxa tank as well. So yeah, that's about right. So you got a little over 16K ammo storage. You got a lot of guns on here, so that's good that it's got a good amount of ammo storage on it. You definitely want that. But it looks like it would probably make pretty short work of most of the POIs in the vanilla game for sure. Probably a lot of Reforged Eden ones too. I think some of the POIs in Reforged Eden will get even more psycho, but I don't even know which ones or what the hardest POI in the game would be or anything like that. That would be some good information to know actually. What would be like the worst of the worst POIs in the vanilla game and then in the Reforged Eden game. Could be a goal of players if you're doing another playthrough on the game to find and defeat the worst of the worst POIs in the game, just as a badge of honor or something. Not to mention loot. But yeah, very, very cool creation over here. Definitely like this. Again, this is the Stormbreaker by Rakoona. All these are going to be by Rakoona, so I think we know that by now. So the next creation over here, this is the Cybertick. Looks really looks fitting with the other creations here. They all have the same style and general look. This also has some version of like the arms that the Stormbreaker had as well. But this one has a whole different weapon loadout set up here, and I'm seeing some ace symmetry in here as well. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so we've got our cockpit over here, and then we've got an artillery, retractable artillery gun over on the other side there. That's cool, or turret, I should say. These up here are also retractable, and then it looks like a barrage of missile launchers, and I got to identify these guys. I want to say that they are, yeah, plasma. Okay. I know some of these models, I get used to seeing some of the models are used also for harvesting in some cases, so sometimes it's good to just get up the old multi-tool and see what it says. And we also got we got some side rocket launchers over there as well. Looks like barrage of thrusters embedded in here under some grating, which helps protect those, and grating across the front. Oh yeah, look at this little set of guns over here. Looks like we've got our pulse lasers. Hey, let me see if I got the wording right on that. Yeah, okay, pulse lasers. Said that one right. That'll be a first. So, Um, yeah, look at this. So this looks like a meaty tank here. Oh, and we do have, looks like we have a weight on the inside too. So it has, yeah, kind of the format is similar on the two too. Beyond just the texturing and the look of them, the actual layout here is kind of similar, where it has an indentation on the back to get in, where this one also does over there. This one looks like it does have it go into a larger interior though. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. So let's walk in this a minute here. I'm going to adjust the lighting too. I'm going to, before I'm done with this too, I'm going to adjust the lighting and take a look at this in eerie looking lighting environment. So on the inside here, we're at, yeah, kind of that bioluminescent look again. Oh, I like this interior. So I like, so we got essentially a firewall back over here, and this is a nice little trick. Helps protect the pilot from the rear side of the creation. Say you're getting out of battle to recharge your shield or something, you kind of want to have some security behind the door, and that's kind of what's going on here. So that is a good tank concept there to block that area off with a wall. So I could also have a drone hatch over here, a couple passenger seats, clone chamber, our main pilot seat, trauma station. For some reason, I thought this was a reforged Eden only part, but I guess I'm wrong on that. That is actually part of the vanilla game. You know, actually, I think yeah, it was. It was just HV only, where you couldn't put these in SVs, and I believe you can put these in SVs and reforged Eden. I like the labeling over here. So pilot seat access. Oh, okay. So that's how you get right up from the interior up to the first person pilot seat on the top. Oh, that's cool. Interesting way to do that. I didn't even think about it once I got in here, and obviously there's a third person pilot seat, but you also have the option for a first person pilot seat. Guess it makes a lot of sense now that did have that one out there as well. Right in front here, it looks like we've got our, is that a Pentaxid? Yeah, Pentaxid tank. Got to have the clone chamber, fridge, fuel tanks on the side. Nice looking display on that. And yeah, of course the drone hatch too, which is a really nice thing to put in there. And I like the sign there. I would have missed it probably, but that's a slick idea. Just having that tunnel kind of going up to the where the pilot seat would be. And you can see some CPU cores across the top here, generators, our ventilator, and then of course you got to have the drone hatch. That could be very useful actually in a creation like this, depending on what you're doing in the game. Get out with the drone and take care of some stuff, pick up some loot, whatever you got to do. Yeah, really nice interior here. I like that. Yeah, the whole look of these. Glad. It's nice how they all kind of fit together here too. Let me do something a little funky here. I'm going to go in and let's turn on fog, and then I'm going to also brighten the scene up a little bit. I kind of wanted to try to bring out the alien nature of these, kind of like how I would do with the Creole myself. I usually like to turn on fog on some pictures there. Yeah, it looks good in the fog too. I got a little bit of that glare from the lighting yet, but yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. So last one, you know, I didn't even look at the CPU. I apologize for that. I'll look at that in a second. It just dawned on me that it should have been displayed, but I believe these are all CPU compliant. Like this one's going right to the edge of CPU on vanilla compliancy, but this is running 4 advanced CPU cores to bring it to 100,000 CPU, and it's using almost all of that. So in here, we got a 4-hour and 28-minute build time. This is unlock level 20 as well. 12 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. It does 16 forward, 15 strafing. Yeah, if we don't look at lift, 7 reverse. And yeah, that's its specs over there on movement. Obviously, CPU-wise, we already looked at that. Let's take a look at its storage. So we do have a cargo box. Looks like we have, ooh, wow. Look at these. So we've got a lot of ammo storage on this one. Yeah, so, geez, over 50,000 or 50K ammo storage. Very cool. And then you got a couple fridges in there as well. So, yeah, you and your buddies can all mess up some POIs here. I don't think this would have too much of a problem with POIs. And, yeah, I think we looked at its hull material is combat steel. And, yeah, the layout's pretty good. Again, the AI would probably shoot at, you know, the first thing it sees as a target. Probably these pulse lasers in here, or maybe these reverse thrusters right over here. But they are protected. Just want to make sure. Let's look at this, and we do have a 6,000 hit point shield here. So I'd say that would be a vanilla HV heavy shield for the type of creation. And you know what? Let's take a look at the weapon loadout here too. So we've got, let's see, we got 2 retractable rocket turrets, plus another 4 rocket turrets, 3 plasma turrets, 2 retractable minigun turrets. Again, really good for shooting at the drones and stuff. The 1 artillery turret on there as well, and then 6 pulse lasers for taking down a shield. Looks like it'd be very effective in gameplay. So again, this is the Cyber Tick by Rakoona. So the biggest of the 3 creations over here, this is the Chimera, and it is a bigger CV here. Oh, I kind of like that that lighting there. I almost here. Hold on, I'm gonna try to tweak it just a little bit more, get it so it's kind of not quite dark, but yeah, so it really accents those the texture lights and things like that going on here. Now this looks like a pretty mean creation here, I gotta say. Just looking at its weapon loadout here. Really cool block work again on all 3 of these actually. That is some neat looking stuff there. Kind of definitely does look alien in nature. This one I'm have a feeling, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Xeno going on this one here. In fact, it might be mostly made of Xeno. Oh, we'll take a look. Actually, I'll just kind of do that when I'm flying around here. Yeah, look at that. That's Xeno, that's Xeno, that's Xeno. I'm sure we have some other blocks in the mix here. Obviously, Xeno is pretty restrictive on textures, but kind of looks like its base hull material is, in fact, Xeno throughout the whole ship here. Oh, that's interesting. That would make for a really, really tough ship here. I'll have to see if it's layered and stuff on the inside too. But yeah, that's it's obviously stat-wise your best material in the game. Where Xeno has slightly more hit points in combat steel, but it weighs a fair amount less. So that's kind of its advantage. The less weight will allow you to move the creation around faster. And better. So as in the hit point thing, it's pretty much the same as combat steel, but it's just a weight reduction. That's really cool that the author embraced the Xeno texturing on this creation. I have a lot of trouble with that myself. It's rough to make it work because you got such limited textures with Xeno, and they're very weird textures at that. But the author found a way to make it look good together, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I definitely like the overall looks of this. The crazy kind of alien shape to it as well. Oh, look at this weird assembly on the back here. These big, long antennas, and they're kind of offset too. There's like one here, and one here, and one here. So that's a pretty cool looking design aspect there, where it's a little asymmetrical layout going on there. Got some tanks over here, and looks like we got our landing gear down over there. Quite a lot of turrets on the bottom side as well. I don't know if I'm making this a little too hard to see or not, but I do think it looks very cool in this kind of lighting. Oops, I mean to fly through the other creation there. Oh yeah. So and it looks like up here we actually do have a some kind of I don't know if that's a bridge or not, but it is something on the front there. Certainly looks alien. Well, let's get in this creation here. Oh, I like the landing pad here. I'll come in through the landing pad. So this is kind of a nice feature here too, so you can park in while one of the other creations on here. I don't know, it probably won't be too easy to get the HV up here, but you can definitely get the SV up here. And let's go through here. So, oh wow, I didn't actually go inside the ship. This is just kind of a tunnel in the hull of the ship going to another location where you actually enter the ship. Oh, that's interesting. And then, yeah, okay, so right off the back landing pad, instantly up to a first-person cockpit. Now, it could have a third-person cockpit in here. Kind of expecting it does, to be honest, but we will see. So you got that there, and then we get into our looks like an elevator, and then we're down into the interior. This is trippy. That's how this all kind of looks out there. This bioluminescence look with the Xeno texturing, and I'm sure there's some other blocks got to be in the interior here somewhere. But yeah, look at that. That's a really cool display for the shield. Like how the glasswork's done, and yeah, utilizing this Xeno texture over here too. So that, I mean, man, as far as I can tell, let me get out the tool one more time here, and it kind of looks like we are. Oh, that's not Xeno. You can tell by it's using a texture that Xeno doesn't have. So okay, so the whole outer hull definitely is Xeno. It doesn't look like it compromises on that at all. I'm sure, again, some of the interior parts, you can tell by the texturing, it's not all Xeno. And it doesn't need to be either. So that is definitely a cool thing. So in the hangar here, we've got these two big open side doors, which is really cool. I like the lighting and the shapes around those side doors there too. Repair bay right in the center here. Obviously, our shield and back. And then we got some utility function up here, O2 and med bay, and kind of an overlook over the hangar and some kind of a room over there. Let's go down through this center door here and let me get rid of the HUD again. Oh, look at these lights. Don't see these in very many creations, my own creations included, but that looks really cool. I kind of like how that it's different. It's something I never really think about too much when I put in lights on a ship, is to use those kind for certain things. So I'm not sure exactly where I am in the ship, but this is really cool. It's kind of like, oh yeah, look at that. Very detailed. Nice, nice looking area. A lot of different texturing going on. And again, you can tell that we kind of broke away from solid Xeno on the interior. There's some Xeno visible, especially on the flooring and things like that, but a lot of the other blocks are going to be other kinds of blocks, which, yeah, makes a whole lot of sense. Don't need to have the full interior of Xeno as well. So is this where I came in at? Yeah. So we can walk straight through. I ended up going through one of the side doors. Looks like we can go out over here as well. So a quick area out of the ship on the bottom side there. So heading back into here, it looks like we've got our kind of a production area here. A couple small constructors and a looks like it's probably an advanced constructor. I'm so used to the Reforged Eden model that this one's throwing me off here, but I'm pretty sure that's the advanced constructor in the vanilla. Storage controllers over here, and let's go on one of these sides over here. So we got a looks like this is all glassed off here, and this is going to the like thruster access room over here. Oh, that's cool. I like the again, I like the decor in here. It does look very alien. It's very fitting in the theme. Nice. And it's also kind of sealed off over here, which is also cool. So if you somehow take a lot of damage on this ship and lose a thruster, does not look like you're going to lose much beyond that, and you're going to stay airtight on the interior area of the ship. We got our, looks like our main core right in this section over here, kind of all sealed off with armored glass around it. Let's go up in the door over here. Oh wow. Oh, this looks nice. Gonna like the blockwork a lot here. So kind of more utility function here. So we got a food processor, fridges, armor repair, armor locker, bathroom, and toilets. No, shower and toilet. Gotta have that. Actually, that's a useful gameplay function there. Looks like an oxygen room over here. Look at that light made from texture lights. And then it looks like we got this hallway that runs way out over to the sides here. Where we got a gravity generator, Wi-Fi, and thruster access. Kind of towards, not necessarily at the front of the ship, but kind of towards the front side of the ship here. And I imagine we got, I wouldn't doubt we have the same thing going on over here. You'd probably want, yeah, a second gravity generator and probably the second Wi-Fi, so you get that good Wi-Fi coverage there. And yeah, oxygen room over there. Let's carry on through this door here. Okay, so this is coming up to where we've seen this kind of first-person looking view over here. There's actually not a pilot seat in this area. Probably a little bit too. I mean, this might be the primary area of the ship that could be shot at. So probably not the best place for a pilot seat right there. Yeah. Oh, it looks really sharp. I like this look. Let's set up the staircase over here. And, oh, okay, so we have our repair console over here. Makes a lot of sense. So you're kind of overlooking the repair bay out of the way so you don't disrupt repairing it or whatever you're repairing. And our warp drive is right up over there, and this kind of a cool staircase set up here. It goes up a couple levels. And over here, looks like we have a generator room off to the side over there, also sealed behind glass. A bunch of cargo boxes and things in here. Yeah, let's just see if we got the same going on over here. No, we got a looks like a full medical bay over on this side. So all our specialized equipment. And, yep, medical bay itself. Little terminal over here for the physician. And then we can walk up this way. Oh, yeah, nice looking display there on the warp drive. Yeah, the interior is really cool. I mean, again, it's a lot to do with the lighting and how it's being done. And, of course, the author had the extra challenge of dealing with a lot of Xeno with very, very limited textures. So kudos on really pulling that off to get the Xeno to match in here really well. So it looks like we got a warp / fuel room over here. So we got our warp drive, pentaxid tank, a lot of fuel tanks on the sides here. Again, really cool detail and a lot of nice looking block work. Some areas to kind of look down through the floor, glass below there, so you can kind of see the warp drive from the level below. Yeah, so I think that, oh man, did I miss anything? Miss anything in the ship here? I think I hit it all. Yeah, this would be the front. That goes up to that first-person view. Then we got the hangar and back. So yeah, I gotta have a hangar. Just kind of flying through the hall a little bit now. This is some really solid, thick stuff here, by the way. So this thing is really well protected. When you get into an area like that and you don't see any blocks for a big area, you know it's solid. So, and there's nothing over here to blow up or generators or, yeah, anything. That's all kind of sectioned off. So, again, very combat-oriented CV here, with a utility function, of course, and even a hangar and a landing pad as well. So, yeah, kind of, you could use this as your main ship as well. So, and also probably blow up everything. All right, so let's take a look at some specs on this one here. So Size class 6, not bad at all. I thought it might have actually been a little bigger than that. 203 forward, 57 strafing, 101 reverse, 41 lift, 37 down. We're running 8 rocket turrets, 12 minigun turrets, 6 pulse lasers, 4 rocket launchers, 10 pulse laser turrets, retractable ones, and 2 artillery turrets, also retractable. Of course, yeah, we're going to need the Estrium and Zacosium. Makes a lot of sense. 11-hour and 7-minute build time. CPU-wise, got a lot of extra CPU left over on this one. So yeah, Vanilla's stats with CPU is really weird. If you go from a like a tier 3 CV, I think is like 1.5 million CPU. Yeah, it says it right here, and then it leaps to 10 million on a tier 4. I was happy with that. It's just like some of these other numbers I always thought should balance out a little bit more, like 200,000, 500,000, 1.5 million, and then the huge jump over here. I don't know. It works. It works. I'm glad. I'm glad it's not restricted. I would hate to have Vanilla Creation limited to like say 3 million CPU. That would really stink. It would fit in the number scheme here a little bit better, but I'm really glad that was expanded out to 10 million actually. So let's see. Let's take a look at some storage here. So we've got. Looks like we've got a lot of ammo controllers. Plus, it looks like we got an ammo box. Or no, this might be for like ground, like gun ammo. That's just a regular old cargo box there. It's not an ammo controller or ammo box or anything like that. But we have, looks like 4 ammo controllers, all at 320K. So yeah, that's a lot of ammo storage. Again, so you could really load this thing up and go to town for a good amount of time here. A lot of other miscellaneous boxes and other things going on in here. Just kind of looking for the controllers itself, and I think these are the only controllers, and they're all ammo. So this is, yeah, very dedicated combat-oriented CV, and really tough, especially with the whole outer hull being Xeno layered, especially along the front side. Big old areas of just solid blocks everywhere, and you can see there's Xeno here and there and everywhere else. So yeah, this looks like it would be pretty devastating in game here. So again, this one is the Chimera as well. Awesome job on these Rakoona. I thought these are really cool. And again, I'll leave a link in the video description and probably the first comment, so you can go out to his YouTube channel and whatnot and check these out. Okay, so the next part of the video here, real quick, I wanted to show you an update on my creation. I can't show it in vanilla, so I got to switch my game mode here over to Reforged here, and I'll show you where I'm at with this build. Now this build, obviously, although this is a combat-oriented CV as well, it's definitely a lighter weight creation than what you just seen there on that combat CV. So that one's going to be tougher. It really is. It's got a lot more Xeno and things like that going on with it. Again, this is for Reforged Eden though, and it's hard to get these things to have a lot of performance, flying performance in Reforged Eden, because, well, it's just, yeah, things weigh up a lot. The thrusters do what they do. It takes a lot of CPU to add more thrusters, more generators. Typically, the creations are going to be slower in Reforged Eden than they are in vanilla. All right, so here, we'll just go on the inside. The exterior, I haven't done anything with, I don't believe. So let me just hop in, just the lighting here a minute and get inside. So I got a couple more areas to do on the interior, which aren't, again, none of these areas are very big in the ship. Oh, I didn't do a very good job with the lighting now, did I? Let's go. Okay, I guess that's night. Yeah, we're at night now. So here, I'll just kind of come in. Where should I come in at? I'm getting lost in my own ship here. I'll come in this door. I don't have anything hooked up to sensors. So I showed this room area last time. So this is kind of where I was at with the ship. Just a recap on that. And the idea of this one, I was trying to keep all your normal play stuff right in this general area. So a little bit of production, your utility functions, your like med bay, um, armor locker, repair. I think did I have that in here? If not, I will. Yeah, yeah, I guess I don't have the armor lock and repair in here. I misquoted that. Anyway, let's hop up into the elevator, which is totally unfinished, and I'll get off at the next floor area. So this is the area I've been really working on. Now, I haven't put a lot of time into the ship in the last couple days, but I did been kind of getting this area going. And basically, this ship is just chock full of big parts, and there's really not living space in it. I guess you could say there's not like crew rooms and stuff like that. Everything's just displaying lots of big parts in here. Now, I kind of set up a section here for some quantum and auxiliary cores. Put in went over the warp drive, kind of came up with this weird format. Now I'm doing this blinky light thing in here just kind of for fun. I've done that with some other Creole things. They're kind of there's like two lights, but they're set at like 33% light blink length, and they're offset by 33% as well, which kind of gives you this like three-phased thing, even though there's only two lights going on. So it's kind of like 1, 2, off, 1, 2, off, trying to make a pattern. Yeah. Excuse me. Then over here we've got basically a lot of shield parts. Now I got them installed, and I got a texture underneath them all, and it's not going to have all these parts in its stock, but a lot of shield parts in this particular creation. It's running going to be running 8 medium shield parts, 8 small shield parts, and 3 large shield parts, plus a fusion reactor. And then, of course, your regular shield and warp drive and all that fun stuff. So coming up over here, I also kind of did up this front room over here. This is getting towards the front of the ship. There is some Xeno along the wall over here. There's a couple access doors on the side here, which I haven't really, I probably stick a light or something in here. It's a hot zone. Obviously, you're standing on a thruster right as you walk in here, so I wanted to make sure that you didn't get fried unless you go in the door. I'll try to label it somehow to indicate that, hey, this is going to be really hot if you walk in there, but you can repair those front thrusters from inside the ship. And then over in here, this is where one of the 3 large shield parts goes. This is kind of where I stopped. I haven't really worked this out yet. We got some oxygen tanks in the mix and things like that. But basically, this just kind of walks along this area. I was having some fun with a lot of the block work and texture lights and stuff in the area too. Just trying to make it neat and detailed. Some of the other, a couple of the other combat-oriented Creole ships, the interiors were kind of basic, and I really kind of wanted this one to be, I don't know, more exotic. Like it was more on par with like some of the Creole creations that were trying to be prettier. Although this is a combat-oriented ship as well. So now the area that I have left to do, there's another section at the top of the elevator that was kind of done. I sort of got this straightened out again. This is where you go out to the landing pad. I need to populate this with seats and maybe some kind of display and stuff like that. And then there's a little space up here for stuff. I'm not sure exactly what stuff I'm going to put there yet, but it does have a little bit of room. There'll be some passenger seats in the area, but this is just kind of your kind of secure bridge. Now, obviously, in the front, on the bottom of the ship, it does have a first-person view as well. And then the door. Okay, that's back to the elevator. This goes right out to the landing pad on the back of the ship. And the part that we didn't see yet, and again, very unfinished, is back over here where the fusion reactor is, and more shield parts, and generators and all that stuff. So I got to work all this section out yet. I'm going to try to make it look neat and trippy. And I also have to fit in small shield parts in this general vicinity. So it's my roster basically is I did want to run all 8 possible small shield parts in the build. They're the easiest to place for sure, so why not, right? So I might do a video tomorrow and start working on this section. Just kind of so if you're interested, you kind of see how to do some of this Creole stuff or what goes through my head when building it and that kind of fun stuff. And again, it's more exotic. I want these to look clearly different than that of the human or the Scar or any of the other factions that I've worked on. So I'm hoping this fits the bill. I kind of like the interior right now. I don't know about the blinky lights. I could cut that. That could be annoying. I was trying not to have it too in your face, but I also kind of think it looks kind of neat around the shield. It kind of highlights little parts of it, kind of makes it look a little more like stuff is going on in the background there. Got a little bit of atmospheric stuff, but hopefully it's not annoying. Again, you'd have to be in this room for these lights to work. They'll all be on sensors, so you're not going to see blinky light bleed through when you're going into other parts of the ship. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. We've got to finish up this room and that back area and do, I'm sure, a whole plethora of little tweaks all over the place as normal. Now, CPU-wise, it's way over the board right now, but don't worry about it. I gotta gut parts out of here, so it's like I don't have I need that's another thing I need to put in here is a CPU room. I have not done that yet either. So CPU room and small shield parts, and they're going to be in the back area of the ship and not up front. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that real quick too. And I believe that is all I've got for today's video. Kind of a surprise getting sent some other creations by another author. Very cool creations. Obviously ones that I've never seen before. They're not on the workshop, so yeah, check those out and or check out his YouTube channel. And that's all I've got for today. And tomorrow might be back to work on this to try to work out that back area of the ship. Trying to mimic the style that's going on in the rest of the ship for the interior, and see how it comes out. I think it'll be kind of fun, yeah, it's a whole different texture, color, lighting scheme on this one. Now I kind of decided to go with the Creole Elder color scheme on this one versus the standard Creole. It will be able to be converted to the standard Creole color scheme, which is more the purple rather than this kind of burnt reddish tone. However, the big problem with it is I can't change the lighting color, and both the Creole Elder and the normal Creole depend on colored lights inside the creation, and I can't set them differently. Now I so wish that light colors were, you could color the lights in your creations using the color palette and the custom color palette. That would solve this issue too. So then, if I change if you change the color palette, it would also change the color of the lights in the creation. That's the one side effect with the Creole Elder versus the regular Creole is, yes, it's easy to convert the colors over to make it look like normal Creole, even the texture lights, but the interior lighting, you can't with swapping out the color palette. And also, I very, very much want, or would love, put on the wish list, a way to use custom colors for light colors. I think that would be really cool. We got a pretty limited set of light colors that you can use, and it would be really cool and allow for some more interesting lighting if you could use custom colors with that, for sure. So other than that, that's all I've got for today, and you guys have yourself a great day. I'll talk to you later.